demanding justice for Casseem Armstrong. He was killed by pigs from the 32nd Precinct 40 months ago. That's the precinct right down here. We're out here with his mother demanding justice for his murder. The precinct has refused to name the cops that killed him. They claim there's still an ongoing investigation, but there's nothing to investigate. They claimed it was a suicide, it was a murder. We're out here demanding justice for his family, and more than that, we're demanding an end to police violence, not just here in Harlem, not just here in New York, but around the country. Because the fact is, every day we hear stories like Antonio's about people who have been murdered by the police. The police lie about them, drag their names through the dirt, and put their families through hell, refusing to give them justice. I'm going to pass the megaphone to Antonio's mother, Chanel, but if anyone has anything they want to say about police violence, about police brutality, and the role of the NYPD as the biggest gang in New York City, come through, grab the megaphone, and speak your mind.
We're having a rally to demand justice for Casseem Armstrong. She's his mother.
I'm out here
She was
fighting
killed
for
3 years
justice
ago.
for my child. My child did not deserve what happened to him. 40 months is too long with no answers, no officers' names, no body cam footage, no warrant, no 911 call. I want all the information, and I want that officer who told my child he was going to die that day. No one has a right to play God with his life, and especially the authorities are supposed to serve and protect. Not only him, but all of us Black and Latinos out here. And you can be white, you can be Indian, you can be an Arab, anything. They don't care. As long as they can get to you and they can harass you because they have that badge and that gun and that taser to face. This could be any one of you out here. Any one of you. I'm out here fighting for my child. Why? Because my child matters. My child was a father. He had 2 babies when he was killed. He was shy of 23 years old. He was still a baby. He had a right to live and pursue his dreams. They took that away from him. 32nd Precinct, the Hattie Squad, took that away from my child. And I want to know everyone that was playing a part in it. They all need to be jailed. Why? Because they're covering up for each other. So there's just as much to blame for murdering my child. Not just the 1 or 2 or 3 too many. They all need to be in jail. Why? Because if it was them, every last one of us would be in jail. Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
His life matters.
His life matters.
His life matters.
His life matters.
He was a human being.
He was a human being.
He did not deserve to be brutalized or tortured the way they tortured my child.
He did not deserve to be brutalized or tortured the way they tortured their child.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
His life matters.
His life matters.
His life matters.
His life matters.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Casseem Armstrong.
He had a life.
He had a life.
Just like those. Just like those fucking pigs down there. Those fucking pigs took my child's life and thought he didn't have nobody that's going to be out here fighting for him. But he has a whole crew, a mother, a father, a sister, his children. We are all fighting for him. He deserved to live just like everyone else. He deserved that. He was getting his life together. And he deserved to get his life together. Just because he had a record does not give anyone the right, especially the authorities, to take his life. they came out their apartment, they were going to be next.
Shame!
Shame! Shame!
That is not protecting us. That is not serving us.
That's right.
They deserve to be in jail.
Tell it.
Jail is where these killer cops belong. And not only the 32nd precinct. All these precincts in New York City think that they're God and they have the power to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Tell it.
No, that's not how it works. You're supposed to serve and protect and get the criminals off the street, put them in the jail where they belong, and let the judge be the one to tell them what's gonna happen. They should not have to die by the hands of these killer cops.
That's right.
Jail killer cops!
Jail killer cops.
Jail killer cops! 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 Jail killer cops!
Jail killer cops. Jail killer cops.
Hey!
Jail killer cops. Jail killer cops. Jail killer cops. Jail killer cops.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No racist police.
No justice!
No peace.
No racist!
Police.
No justice!
No peace.
No racist!
Police.
No justice!
No peace.
No racist!
Yo, real quick.
No
Did you wanna hop on the mic? You
No
sure?
racist!
I hear what you're putting down. We're about to. We're about to. You want to grab on the mic?
Oh no, I'm stingy. I'll be out here grabbing the mic every day.
You can do it right now.
Oh no, I'm good.
His life matters!
His life matters.
His life matters!
His life matters.
His life matters!
His life matters.
Justice for all our loved ones!
Justice for all our loved ones.
Justice for all our loved ones!
Justice for all our loved ones.
Those ones that are able to have more and those that are not. We need everybody to support what this is. Because it's not gonna end unless we stand together. If we don't stand together, the cops win and they can continue killing us. If you don't want to be the next one, you need to be fighting and making sure that this doesn't happen to your loved one or happen to you. Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
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 I'm also going to say justice for Elijah Nay Turner.
Justice for Elijah Nay Turner.
Elijah Nay Turner was out here with us for a peaceful protest. Those officers grabbed my child, 13 years old, grabbed her because she was being consoled because she missed her brother. These officers don't care how old you are. They don't care what color you are. If they can get to you, they're going to get to you and harass you just because they feel like it. And it's up to us to stop it. We have to stop it. Thank God my child is still living, but she's living with trauma. This has taken over her life because the trigger now is touching her. You can't touch her because she'll react. Why? Because of the trauma that she's dealing with for what happened to her on October 6, 2022. Enough is enough. These cops need to come. We need justice for us. They need to be jailed. They need to be held accountable.
Tell it. Right.
They need to be held accountable for their actions. They're not allowed to walk around free while our loved ones are in the ground 6 feet under.
Tell it.
And I will be fighting every day until not only justice for my son, but police accountability is had. Not only for my son, but for every loved one who has lost their life through police brutality. We have to start standing together as one and stop dividing. When you divide, that's when the police, who's the enemy, can step right in. The enemy right now in this country are the police. They're the biggest gang out here, but want to crucify the gangs that are out here in the streets. That can't happen. If they were doing their job correctly, we would not have to go through what we're going through. But until these killer cops are brought to justice and out of these police stations, we wouldn't have to go.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
His life matters.
His life matters.
Say his name. Say his name.
Armstrong.
Say his name.
Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
Say his name.
Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
His life matters.
His life matters.
His life matters.
His life matters.
Say his name.
Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
Say his name.
Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
Say his name.
Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
His life matters.
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 A mother should not have to bury their child.
Mothers should not have to bury their child.
A mother should not have to bury her child.
Mother should not have to bury her child.
He should be burying me.
I'm not chatting that.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
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 He was a father.
He was a father.
He was a cousin.
He was a cousin.
He was a friend.
He was a friend.
He was a brother.
He was a brother.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
No justice.
No justice,
No peace.
no peace.
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 Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
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 His life mattered.
His life mattered.
His life mattered.
His life mattered.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
Justice for Antonio Casseem Armstrong.
His life mattered.
His life matters.
His life mattered.
His life matters.
Marching.